And I think we are live. So, hello everyone, welcome to the Blockchain Game Alliance. So, in this specific demo day, we're gonna discover some new projects, some new awesome crypto projects that's gonna be presented by our members. So, yeah, and also a fun way to win some prizes as well. So, without any further ado, first up on our list, we have Renee Russo from Ludo. You may now take the floor.
Great, thank you. I'll just get our presentation up. Okay, great. Today I will be presenting Ludo, which is a social questing platform for gaming communities. Our main goal is to drive loyalty and retention for all games around. I'm Renee, the co-founder of Ludo. I have a background in engineering. I started my career forecasting consumer spending habits at JP Chase, understood a lot about loyalty and where people were spending time. While I was there, I got really into blockchain and crypto and realized there was huge opportunity for a loyalty rewards program to live on new and emerging technology. So my co-founder and I, Annie, teamed up and we created Ludo. What we do at Ludo is redefine the way games can leverage their community and data to increase retention. We're working with some of the biggest game developers in the world right now, and we've been able to successfully increase retention by 20% and community engagement up to 25%. The reason why we started this is because there's a huge problem when it comes to retention in games. I'm sure everyone here knows the big struggles that we have with IDFA and not being able to collect enough data to properly target gamers. And what we have seen from our research is that 92% of advertising is wasted. And the reason for this is because there's lack of data. So when people do a lot of targeted ads, they kind of fall flat. What we've seen is if people just reapply 5% of their acquisition budgets into retention, it can increase profits up to 95%. The way we're able to do this is through our 3 different products: questing, game economies, and data. I'll show you a demo of each shortly. But super high level for questing, we allow our game developers to create no-code missions. This is to primarily increase LTV and frequent play. We have a marketing automation tool and CRM where anyone can come in from anyone on the team and set up a campaign with no code at all. We have game economies, so we allow our customers to create custom web shops where you can give away many different types of rewards that are low cost and high impact, as well as in-game rewards. We allow users to use their loyalty points to redeem in-game assets like skins, avatars, and different materials to drive them back in-game. And then on top of all of that, we collect a bunch of new data. This data is raw data that you can use to retarget a lot of your gamers and understand where they're spending the most time and where that conversion happens right before they play your game. To go into a little bit of the demo, I will show you our questing tool. So we create a lot of mini games. I'm sure gamers love to play games, right? So we create these daily games that people can come in and play once a day. There's many different games like a dice roll. If you guys are, casino focused people, you can play a nice casino game. You can do a loot box open where you can get a special gold item or a piece of coal. There's many different types of games you can set up, and this is a great way to re-engage your users in a fun, low touch, but high impact way. Next, we have advanced questing. So what I showed you before was something really easy to set up for someone to play. This is a bit more strategic. What we do is we align with all of our customers to make sure we understand their goals. So if their goal is to increase their social following, we'll create a quest around that. If their goal is to increase new signups or logins in the game, we'll create a quest around that. And what you see here in the demo is that, like I mentioned, it is a no-code tool. So what you get is a pre-populated drop-down of all the different applications you can choose from. And we have predefined events that we can track and reward people for doing. In this example, we're looking at X, and we're saying if someone posts with a certain hashtag once per day, they will get 10 points. It's that easy to set up. It takes about 30 seconds. Once you name your campaign, set it to active, it's ready to go. And you can see here how your gamers can interact with those campaigns. Next, we're going to talk about the web shop. We create white label marketplaces for people to use their points to buy those rewards. Like I mentioned before, we have low cost, high impact rewards like Discord roles, exclusive access to different events, perks and benefits. We also give away in-game items. This demo here is I'm going to show you what an in-game item marketplace looks like. So right here, I am purchasing a Pirate Dino for 70 VSC, which is the loyalty coin of point of choice for this game. I purchased this item. I have a quick button to link my rewards. And when I go in a game, I can now choose all the different avatars that I bought from my loyalty marketplace, and I can play them in game. It's as simple as that. It's real time and automatic for your gamers as well, so it's very low friction, and it has huge impact for LTV and game time play. And the last demo I will show you is our data and CRM. Like I mentioned, because we have all these different integrations with different applications, we are collecting first-party data. And with that, we're able to create this 360 profile view of all your players. Not only that, but we can see where your peak days happen and all the different events that are going on. If you see here, I know it's a bit small, but each day you get a graph of how are people engaging with your brand. And then on the right-hand side, you could see your top events, whether they're engaging the most with Twitter hashtags, reposting on Twitter, or maybe they're engaging the most with Discord messages, or even playing your mini game. We're able to understand that data, analyze it, and then act upon it. Again, all to make sure that your gamers are getting the most use out of all your campaigns and the game itself. Quick case study. So we launched with Gumi, and we did a daily dice roll. We've done a bunch of different campaigns with them. We really spent time to understand what their goal was. And their first goal was to increase DAUs in their community. After doing this campaign, it's been about 3 months now, they've seen a 10x boost in their DAUs, which is huge for any game, because what we try to do is if we follow that marketing funnel, at the top we focus on acquisition, which is usually Twitter, YouTube, Twitch sometimes, and then we focus on retention. So a lot of that is within your own community, which is Discord and Telegram. And then way at the bottom, we focus on loyalty, which is really in-game. So as we move all of your gamers down the funnel and we can keep increasing that DAUs, once we get to that bottom, which is the game time play, we have a clear conversion rate of how that actually can work. And that's it for me. Thank you so much. It's been great presenting to you. If you have any questions or you're interested in using Ludo, you can reach out to me directly or to BGA, and we'll get you up and running.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Renee. Yes, I think Ludo is actually a pretty great platform. If you could share your Telegram handle, that'd be great as well, so they can reach out to you directly if they want to try out Ludo. Also, and now we wanna Ludo has actually a prize and reward for us. All right. So the question right now, I'm gonna flash it on the screen. People can comment on it later. They can claim on it later. But the question right now is, who was the client? Who is the client we demoed today? So, all right, folks, if you want to try Ludo, there is a 14 trial, 14 free day trial of Ludo. So if you can answer the question correctly, you can get a 14-day free trial of Ludo. All right, awesome. So moving on next, we have Mandy Butte from Fusion Games. If you could please introduce yourselves, tell us what you do, that'd be great.
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Mandy Bhute. I am heading Fusion Games and Skate Nation Excel. So, Fusion Games is a Web3 publisher, helping communities build Web3 games. So, we decided to launch our first game, which is called as Skate Nation Excel, and it is already listed on PS5. Approved on PS5, Epic, and Steam. Whereas the NFT game for Skate Nation Excel will be coming soon on Epic Store. And let me take this opportunity to present our gameplay trailer, which is the trailer that we are sharing for the first time. It's like a premiere for the audience and to everybody watching this podcast. So let me just share that. Let me play it again. All right then. So I hope you guys like the trailer. So as you can see, what we are planning to do is traditionally most of the Web2 games were like owning the assets inside the game only. However, with Skate Nation Excel, what we are trying to do is you can own your skateboards, you can own the skins. It will, with the help of blockchain technology, you can bring it on chain. You can again take it back, customize it, sell it across the marketplaces, and yeah, be a part of community. And what we plan to do is bring more Web2 users to the Web3, and they can own their own assets, and that's a good. So let me get back to the game and showcase our game, like how does it look and what the features are. I hope you can see my screen. Can somebody please confirm? Okay. Yeah, I assume everybody can see the screen. So our game has two different modes. One is the single player mode. So you can play in the career mode, the trick mode, the score mode, and free skate. Whereas we also have multiplayer, which is our key modes. It will be, there is a lobby mode and showdown mode. So in currently, none of the skating games have right now skaters playing together, which may come in future. But right now there are no games. So we have like 30 players that can play together right now in the lobby mode. So let us start with that itself first. Awesome. So, as you can see, we are currently at the Taj Mahal, and I have my colleagues playing right now. Yeah, you can see these are currently our testers and colleagues who are playing right now. There are 5 players who can play who are playing right now. Otherwise, the maximum capacity per lobby is 30 players. So 30 players can play in real time together, have fun. It is more like a skateboards kind of a concept. Now let's play the game. So we are more inspired by skating games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but we are trying to go one step ahead of it. Yeah. Ah, so you can perform tricks. Let me show you the map. Let me explore. Let us explore the map. So you can get down. You can see around. Let's go back skating. Oh, sometimes the game can be a little bit deadly, but yeah. Oh, and you can play, perform tricks, explore some areas. Yeah, some tricks like this. Today is not a lucky day. Yeah. Oh, I failed the trick. There are some hidden areas as well. So let me just take to one of them. So there is a secret chamber at the Taj Mahal, and you can explore it. And yeah, you found the diamond. So the Kohinoor diamond. So you can, yeah, it's an achievement. So yeah. Uh, oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes. Finally, you can go back. Oh no, it just fell down. Yeah, so that's about the game. So yeah, I got a fair. I hope most of the audience got a fair idea like what we are trying to build. Let me show you something like how the character, how you can select the character and play with it. My screen is loading. Yeah, so you can. So you have an option to select multiple skaters and customize your profile as well. By default, I had taken this, but you can select. There are some characters that you can select from China, India, Singapore. Yeah, let- yeah. You can customize your appearance. Appearance. Let's customize the face. I think. Let me just take. Let's go to uploads. So like this, you can own the skins are not yet updated and the skateboards are not done yet, but it will be like we are planning to update it really soon. And yeah, that's more about our game, how our game works. There are still more integration, the NFT integration that will be happening soon, but that's most of our demo. We are planning to release our demo next month, and yeah, that's it about from my side. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mandy. I think Skate Nation is a great game. It's always nice to see games emerging in the Web3 community. So pretty cool game. And right now we're gonna have a question for you people watching out there right now at this demo day. So Skate Nation 6 by Fusion Games is handing out an NFT if you can get the question right. So let me just post a question on our comments. There we go. And the question is, how many platforms does Skate Nation XL support? So if you can answer the question correctly, you're gonna get an NFT. All right, awesome. So we'll just wait for people to answer the question. If not, no worries. We'll be making a giveaway at the end of this presentation if no one claims the prizes. And now moving on. Next we have Older Fall. Leandro, if you could introduce yourselves, tell us what you do, and of course the game as well. That'd be awesome.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you for the time and sharing the screen. Confirm me if you can see it. I think you do. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Excited to share what we have been developing in Olderful. Olderful is a Web3 project, of course, of an auto battler in which you handle up to 3 gladiators. Those gladiators fight in the arenas, and obviously there are NFTs. You can collect weapons, armory, pets, boosters. Every single aspect of the game is built to be blockchain based. So basically, those characters has their particular DNAs, their particular combination, which makes it excited to have variations within the game. And of course, try to build the best combination possible. Some people may like to build more like a mage kind of gladiator, or more like a rogue type of gladiator. So basically, it's a fighting game in which most of the effort is put on the strategy of building that team, or the core of your team up together. So we have different features, not only PvP, but also we have exciting tournaments which happen in the Coliseum. Those tournaments, Coliseum, are basically the esport or the competitive part of the game, but we also have PvE adventures in which you basically gather resources to build your own NFTs in the Forge. So we are building a project which has a lot of scalability, while being friendly with the Web2 user. At least that's our goal, or what we are trying to achieve. As I mentioned, the main feature, or the core element of the game are the Fallens. The Fallens are these gladiators that I mentioned, and you can either send them to train, to PvE adventures, to have a PvP match to earn experience, or to tournaments to gain ELO MMR points to scale up in the rankings. All of these features provide you with NFT chests, blockchain-based chests, which can have different NFT rewards, as I mentioned, weapons, equipment, such. This is, for example, how one of the battles looks like, and a regular deathmatch in which you may use it for leveling up your characters. And this is more like a Coliseum-based battle, right? All of this happen in the context of your Master of Gladiators, as I mentioned at the beginning, in which you basically need to train those characters, send them to battle, and decide theorycraft what to do with them. Again, different kind of NFTs. I mentioned the weapons, I mentioned the pets, and the sets. All of this being blockchain based. We are also, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, planning our TGE for the March of next year, basically Q1 of 2025. What I didn't mention is that Olderfold is a browser mobile game, meaning that you can either play it on your PC on browser, but also on your phone, and that we already have a closed alpha with exclusive people out of a whitelist to test it out, and that we are doing a release of an open alpha in the upcoming month. So I want to show you how the game looks like. Basically, these are my chambers. I have 3 Fallens at the moment. One is training to build up a little bit of experience, a little bit of stats. The other ones are basically hanging around waiting for me to give them commands. So I go to my profile. I can select, okay, this one is training, so I cannot select it, of course. I would rather fight with this one. It has a big looking axe in which I like to punish my enemies. So I select the weapon of my preference based on the attributes that I think my character is worth fighting for. Of course, this is all the theory crafting that the players want their in game needs to decide and need to figure out. And then I can play, as I mentioned, either PvP or PvE battles. I will showcase an example of a PvE battle uh, in which you have this battle tower, kind of Mortal Kombat-ish. You are scaling up the levels of the tower, and this is how you fight with a different characters. Again, this is PvE based. So again, all the features in Older 4 are being built to be blockchain based, but as you can see, the experience is pretty smooth for the user. That's also, for example, one of the main elements or verticals that we are trying to follow. One of the main features that we added in this open alpha is the login with social media out of our partnership with Sequence. And we are also building up different features such as, and you can see on the background, the customization of the Colosseums for our different partners. There are a lot of future features that we can talk to that will be developing during the alpha. For example, we are building the marketplace for the players to trade their NFTs, either the characters, the weapons, or whatever price they get. Also the boosters that I didn't mention, by the way, but those are enhancers for your character that boost one stat or the other, depending on what route you want to build your character on. If you want to be more tanky, you may take one endurance booster, or if you want to be more wizardry, you may put some spirit on it. So we have here the primary stats, and those stats define how your character develops in battle. Again, I can try another battle, more a PvP one. This is against players that are registered in a database, of course, testers and whitelist people. And this is how a regular deathmatch looks like. It's more experience based. Oh, he's hitting me with a lot of multi strikes. You can speed it up because this battle, as I mentioned at the beginning, is an auto battle. The importance of it is how you build up your fallen into battle. So let's see how it develops. But that's what we are trying to achieve with all for a casual game, but funny at the same time, or addictive in some way, in which you collect your NFTs, you trade your NFTs, and you, of course, try to build up the hype. In which basically, if you have a character which has accomplished a lot of tournaments, you may trade it for a higher price in the marketplace with other players of the game. You can see the Colosseums in the back, the shops here, in which you will be able to trade with characters or compete in the competitive part of the game. So I don't want to take that much time, so that's all for you guys. Any questions? Happy to answer.
Awesome. I thought it was a great game. It reminds me one of those 2009 Flash games when I was playing back when I was younger. So pretty nostalgic on my side. Love the integrations, love the auto battler. It's just one of the it's one of the things that I see that I can see myself playing sometime in the future. So pretty great game, Older Fall. So kudos to you. So right now, Older Fall is generous for us to give away an exclusive NFT weapon inside the game. You just have to answer the question. But before that, we already have a winner from Skate Nation, and our winner is, I don't know how to pronounce this, so I might butcher the name. It's Aditya Sridhar. Sorry if I butchered that. So please message us on Twitter. Send us all the details that's needed to claim your NFT prize. All right, just let us know. All right, for the question for Older Fall, there we go. The question is, how many types of weapon affinities are there in Older Fall? All right. So if you can answer that question, you're gonna get an exclusive weapon NFT from Alderfold. Awesome. All right. So moving on. Finally, last but not the least, we have Nick Handy from Snag Solutions Incorporated. So if you could tell us a bit about yourself, about the project as well, that'd be awesome.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you so much for letting me be here, guys. My name is Nick. I'm the BD manager here at Snag Solutions. We work with games, blockchains, and also other types of protocols, but really obviously want to focus on gaming today and how we can really help support games, boost their engagement, boost their user acquisition, and retain their users long term with our loyalty program. We have a couple of products. We usually start off with Marketplace, which I'll flash quickly here, and minting tools. But our core focus this year has been our loyalty platform, and there's been a lot of product market fit there in the gaming category, with questing, in-game questing, on-chain questing, and we'll get into that today. Give me a minute here, and I'll flash my screen, rock through some partner examples, and then our backend admin tool. Right. Awesome. Assuming everyone can see that now. Sweet. So just want to start off right now with the boring part of the demo. We are an API-based solution, which later on will show proven that our tech is the most important thing here. Our three main endpoints are get accounts endpoint, get rules endpoint, or get a transactions endpoint. Because as you come over here to our first partner example here with Wild the World, very popular game we launched with a few months ago. This is the get rules endpoint right here, our get accounts endpoint right here for the leaderboard, and then get transactions right here at the end with what you end up doing inside the questing platform. For anyone technical out there, we did just launch these really new and nice updated API docs. I'm not that technical, I won't get into it, but lots of recipes here for any devs watch or anything like that. Really excited about that to give our partners a lot of control over their experience. But anyways, to get into the partner example here, want to make sure that we clarify we are doing social verification for our social quests. As you can see here, the first quest on the screen is for following on Twitter. I'm going to go to Twitter here, go look to follow Wild the World. I'm not going to do the quest, come back and claim it. Usually takes about a minute or so to actually, have the quest verified, but a lot of questing solutions out there for games aren't actually doing social verification. So you're missing out on a lot of engagement there. We take pride in that. And as you can see, quest not achieved, please try again. So really important to note that. And also this is the first quest that you have to do. The rest of these are locked at the moment if you want to keep going deeper into the social quest. And then also a lot of in-game questing, NFT questing down here for Wild the World. We do also support multiple currencies. So they have normal shards and wrap shards here. So just want to flash so we can support as many currencies as possible. Moving on to another example here. Similar setup. This is our white label front end template. As you can see, kind of the same layout. We offer this to all of our partners included with our package for our loyalty platform, or you can design the front end on your own. Since it is an API based solution, you are able to do that. But looking at Uprising here, they did use our white label template. And what's really important to reference here is that they actually have all these partner multipliers here. So they have about 18 different partners throughout their gaming ecosystem. Like for example, Cocotti here, Creeps. And what they're doing is if you hold a Cocotti NFT or a Creeps NFT, you get a 2x multiplier on any quest you do on top of the Uprising blockchain loyalty platform. So that obviously can be very powerful if you're able to cross-reference all these gaming audiences. Then you're going to get more users onto your gaming platform. And we all know the biggest thing in Web3 gaming is really getting that user acquisition and onboarding new users. So we love using that as kind of an audience reward tool, but a bunch of cool stuff down here, like hold Maelstrom treasure chests, things like that. Then also just flashing, you can even track to see which partner ecosystem is, doing the best here. Looks like Suburbians and Planet Atmos, those audiences are really helping out on Uprising. Flashing one more partner example here from our white label template. This is the top trader game we launched with 8chain about a month ago. They're doing a different game to spotlight every month. What I want to really highlight here is that they're able to pipe in that in-game data. A lot of questing platforms, they just have the social engagement with Discord, Telegram, and X. We want to make sure we're actually rewarding users for playing the game. I think that's the most important thing that games lack right now is they need to make sure they have those in-game rewards and incentives properly aligned. All these quests here they have listed are all about getting liquidated, if you will. If the game's called Top Trader, you go in there and do these trades and things of that nature. But you actually have to play the game in order to get the reward. So really important. Just want to flash that. And to summarize it all, the three main categories are social quests, in-game quests, and then on-chain quests. And those on-chain quests are probably similar to holding an NFT or buying an NFT in the marketplace, something like that. Like I mentioned earlier, we are an API-based solution. So if you did want to build your own front end and just use our back-end tech, totally can do that as a partner. This is an example with Everreach Labs. They have a really immersive experience. It's actually super cool. But as you can see, these are all the quests here on the side. Looks nothing like our white label template. I'm not sure if you can hear the sound in the background either as I scroll. But just kind of, showing that we really are a tech solution, and the front end template is up to you to customize it, if you will. Just going to flash this quickly. This was our original product with Pudgy Penguins. We used to do white label marketplaces. We still do, but it's just not much of a core focus now. There's a lot of competition in the market, and we think that our loyalty platform is much more powerful for games. But we also do, have marketplaces like with Valeria Games here, where you can actually spend their native token inside their marketplace. So they have the VAL token right here, and you can spend that on NFTs inside the marketplace for their multiple collections up here. So it's kind of showing that we do have that white label template for these marketplaces if anyone here is interested in that. Moving along here, just one more example of Flow Blockchain. We think that if you're in a position where you can leverage a loyalty platform in some type of marketplace and users are able to spend their points in game or on chain on in-game items or real assets, Flow here is using their loyalty points for users to go inside of their marketplace and spend on actually real life things. In video games, it could be your NFT or weapons or anything like that. But, we have the Meta Quest here, Xbox here. So it's kind of cool how they're actually leveraging the points to spend on real assets. Moving into my favorite part of the demo is showing our backend admin tool. As you can see on the left-hand side, a lot of customization here if you're building marketplace or minting tools or anything of that nature. But what we want to highlight today, again, is the loyalty platform. We just actually upgraded this now. So we're able to have this drag and drop features here. I'm not going to make too many edits because I don't want to mess up Wild the World's template. But this is how it would plug into that white label template that we showed originally. And they have everything set up, split into different sections here. If I wanted to add a new rule, just click right here. You can make a name or anything. And then we have over 30 plus rules, and we're adding more and more every week, kind of just listening to our partners and see what they want. That can range from retweeting tweets, minting a token, purchasing a token, holding an ERC20, a snapshot of governance. Another really important one I want to flash here is smart contract event. And we're able to actually track the ABI from any type of on-chain event that happens within your game. A user does one thing, a user wins a game, buys an NFT, whatever it could be. And we're able to just really track anything on-chain there. So that's been very popular for our partners. As you move down along here, you can choose what section you're going to put it in, choose the network you're on. We're supporting over a dozen chains now. Solana should be here. I don't know why it's not popping up right now. But Solana and Sui just added very recently. We're always happy to add more chains as well. Choose your points, partner multiplier, if you will. If you'd like to do that, when you choose the multiplier, you can choose which currency you'd like to multiply in. This is just one example of a rule. I'm not going to go through all 30 today. But then you can also choose that cadence of how quickly it's going to change. How often can I do that quest? Daily, weekly, monthly, anything of that nature. We do also offer referrals too. So let's say if you want to refer someone, and that can just kind of go as a chain. The first person gets 10% of the points, next person gets 5%, and so on and so forth, and choose what that referral needs to do to actually earn those points. Like I mentioned, not going to go through all of them. I really wish I could because there's so much flexibility here what you could do in your platform. The last part of the demo that I just want to flash is that we do have kind of CRM backend capabilities to track account balances and transactions and referrals. As you can see here for one of our partners, tracking all their transactions, all their account balances, and they can even search up per wallet if there is some type of user error or some people need their quest, something like that. A referral scoreboard, referred users. And then lastly, just you can actually see how your points are getting distributed throughout your loyalty platform. I'm sure I missed a couple of things. That's kind of the grand scheme of things. Really happy to get those partner examples to show you guys how it really looks. We did just join the Blockchain Gaming Alliance last week and want to start it off with offering everyone who would be interested in any games a whole free month of services from now until February 1st, so actually 2 months. We're doing that for all of our partners and our sales channels. So I want to offer that to everybody here today as well. If you're interested, I'm happy to have that conversation. But thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick. Actually, the presentation was great. You don't see a lot of solutions, with that kind of customization. I think it's pretty hard to have those kind of things integrated. So yeah, pretty much great. Awesome. So right now, Snag Solutions is offering $15 worth of ETH if you can answer the question correctly. And the question is, who were the former CEOs at Project Web Penguins and Yuga Labs before Luca Nets and Greg Solano? All right. So we got a bunch of answers from our previous um, question. I think it was Leandro from Alderfall. The answer was the correct answer is actually 6. So Federico, if you can send us a message on X, that'd be great. And finally, last but not the least, for Snag Solutions, who were the former CEOs? So we got 2 more prizes from Ludo, and of course from Snag Solutions. Okay, awesome. So again, thank you again, guys, so much for being in this demo day. Lots of cool projects, lots of cool solutions, and again, welcome to the Blockchain Game Alliance.
Sweet.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day, guys.
Everyone.
You see.